What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Climb Together podcast. This is episode number 52. I am your host, Tonage Scorpio, with my co-host, Deception. Deception, say hi.
What up?
So we got a lot to talk about today. It is October 18th, 2023. For
Yep.
those watching on YouTube,
Yeah, in like 2 months.
2 months, yeah, January, it will be caught up officially. Anyway, so um so there's a bunch of stuff to talk about. One thing I do want to mention though is fucking I started watching the Halloween movies, the Halloween
Oh
trilogy,
lord.
Halloween, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. We've only watched the first two ones. We're watching the third one tonight, and let me tell you, I forgot how much of a little like baby I am when it comes to scary movies. I literally,
Oh,
I just, I I'm such a little baby. It's the
dude,
first
I love
movie.
horror movies.
I had to what I had to like. So we were home like last weekend, last Saturday night, right? Maybe we watched the first one, and I had to have like Riss like check the house before we went to bed because I was like, what if he's here? What if Michael Myers is in our home? And
That's
so Riss checked, and I was like, okay,
oh
cool.
my
And I
god.
went downstairs. I went to the bathroom, and I sat behind the door so I could like shove the door shut if someone walked in. It was really bad. I was very paranoid. I wasn't as bad with the second one because I was like, aha, this is funny, right? Because if I make it funny, then I don't get scared. So if I joke while I watch a scary movie, I'm not as scared as if I don't joke. So that's just a coping mechanism, though. A very unhealthy one. Um,
That's funny.
yeah, it really isn't like I do it all the time with so many different things. My therapist was like, you know, I have a goal for you this week, and I said, okay, what? And she's like, I want you to try to not joke about the bad things that have happened to you as much. And
Dude, that's hard though.
I failed like three
That's
hours
honestly like
later.
the best thing to do though.
I went to work.
It's not good like for your mental, but
No,
like in
but
the moment it's
it's
great.
it's one of the it's one of the better bad coping mechanisms. Like I could be doing other
Yeah.
things, but instead I'm joking about it. But the thing is, she was just like,
In the
"What?"
moment it's fantastic when
Y-
you're joking about it.
Yeah, she was just like, "Well, I want you to like, this week to try not to like, do it as much." And I literally that night at work, I joked about it.
And you're like, oh no.
I was like, "Oh shoot,"
You're like, I'm doing it again.
I think I made a joke about my dad or something. So, R.I.P. Um, So I don't know, and I looked at
Oh,
Riss because Riss knew that that was like my goal for the week, and I looked at Riss just started laughing. I'm like, well, I already failed, so
yeah, you can go back to your therapist and be like, so
that
about
didn't
that
last
goal.
long. That did not last long. Yeah, I got therapy on Friday again, so we'll see.
Oh,
But
that's
anyway, the
funny.
Halloween movies are really good. I think they're very well done. I thought that the movies would be older than they actually are. Like I was
They were
expecting
made like
some
in the
like
80s, I think.
not the newer ones. We were watching the
Oh
newer
yeah, the
ones.
newer ones I
I
remember them.
thought we were watching the ones that were made in the 80s. These ones are the new ones that came out in like um
I know Halloween Ends came out like a couple years ago.
yeah. Um
That one's definitely not old.
we watched Halloween and then Halloween Kills. Tonight we're watching Halloween Ends. We got like the 3 DVD thing from Walmart.
Oh,
Yeah. We went old school with this one. We were doing some old school movie nights with like popcorn and like how you did them as kids, just kind of like things have been really like rough in the life part lately, so we've been trying to do things that are like bring us like joy and happiness, you know? And doing stuff like this does. Except for the fact that it's a scary movie. I hate scary movies, but it is Halloween season, so, spooky season.
yep.
Gotta do what I gotta do.
Dude, I love horror movies.
Well, good for you. I'm a little there.
If you watch some of the ones I watch, you would not survive.
Have you ever watched? It's not as much as a horror movie as like a psychological thriller. It's called The Barbarian.
No, I've heard of it though.
All right. If for those of you people that are easily startled, please don't look at the screen right now. So pretty much what it is, we watched this last Halloween, and I literally got so scared that I ended up. So Riss's parents have like a couch with like recliners on it. It's one of those sectional couches with like recliners.
Oh.
They were, Briss and I were sitting on the floor, and they were sitting on the couch, like just like reclined back as they usually are. I got so scared that I ended up underneath Riss's stepdad's like recliner. Like I physically moved away from the TV. Okay, this movie. Okay, so here's the synopsis. You ready for this?
Wait, who's in this movie?
It's pretty it's Bill Skarsgård, Justin Long, Georgina Campbell. I've never seen her in anything before
I
though.
don't know any of these people.
I know Justin Long. He's in New Girl and he's also in Dodgeball.
Oh, wait, this movie's on Hulu. I have Hulu. I can watch this.
Yeah, it's good. So pretty much what the synopsis is, a young woman discovers the rental home she booked is already occupied by a stranger. Against her better judgment, she decides to spend the night, but soon discovers there's a lot more to fear than just an unexpected house guest.
That does sound kind of interesting.
So pretty much,
Not gonna lie.
I don't want to like spoil anything. So I'm gonna try to like say this in the best way possible. So this dude, you know, he so it's like an Airbnb situation, right? So the girl shows up and it's like pouring out, right? And so she's like, that's like kind of why she like spends the nights because it's pouring. They're in the middle of nowhere. She didn't realize it at the time, but the town that they're in is not the best. It's not like because she got there at nighttime, and so like they you know the guy is like okay, so she spends the night. They make it through the night, and they come back, and they decide to go down in the fucking basement. This is what I hate about horror movies, is because I freaking watch them, and they always go down in the basement. Always.
What do you expect?
They always go down in the basement. No, that's the number one way to die. This is 2023. You never go down in the basement. Ever. You hear something in the basement, you don't go down there. You get a man to do it because men are more expendable. That's my opinion. I'm not going down there. Riss might go down there though.
Yeah.
Riss would go down there. We've talked about it. Riss would definitely get killed in the horror movie first.
Riss would be too curious.
Yeah, and they just don't care. Like they're just like, okay.
They just go down there like, oh, I wonder what this is, guys.
Yeah. Me, oh my god, please don't go down there. There was a scene last night of like this one guy was checking out what the noise was, and his wife was kind of just like, she picked up the wine bottle and like held it kind of like a baseball bat, and I was like, this looks like a Riss was the one checking it out. I was the one backing away holding a wine bottle. So that's that on that, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, Barbarian, great movie. It is the ending, you're like, you're just constantly like, what? You're just constantly going, what the fuck? What the fuck? And then
that's why I feel watching Jordan Peele movies.
Yeah. This one's just constant freaking I don't even know, man. It was good. It was really good. It was scary. And you just never know what's good. You think you know what's going on, and then you don't, and then you do, and then you don't. So yeah, that movie's good though.
Makes sense.
I personally didn't know what was going on, so, but when do I ever, you know? Anyway, enough about my horror movie experiences. I just thought I'd talk about it because I have the DVD sitting on my desk, so that reminded me that I was watching the movies. So on to more non-Halloween matters, and not a scary thing. Oh, kind of scary, I guess you could say. CDL Seattle Surge announced their roster finally. Only took months, which is understandable considering the video that they made for it. Their video was like very intricate. And I'm assuming it took them a long time to make it.
Just makes me wish they would have been able to use the one they were doing in MW19.
Yeah.
Because they were supposed to do this sick video that they apparently spent like $300,000 on.
Holy shit.
When Octane was on the team,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like Joey Nubsy had like a bomb strapped to his chest, and Octane had to defuse it.
Oh shit, that's kind of
And then
cool.
like they were gonna drop that in the CDL. I was like, nah, that's not good. No, that's too far.
It's too far. Well, I'm glad you were able to use the one this year. It's really cool. I did indeed enjoy it. Um,
It was pretty good.
yeah. I think the funniest part about it was Deception sent me it, and then I was scrolling through Twitter later in the day and I didn't check my DMs and I saw the same post and I literally sent it to Deception. Like, hold on,
Dude, the
let me
funny
just
thing is Wyatt did that with something else like
look.
a couple weeks ago.
So this is Deception, Monday 3:05 p.m. Okay,
Yeah, I
me
sent it like right when it dropped.
me Monday 7:22 p.m. And Deception goes in like 3 minutes later. Thanks for sending me the same thing, but from a different account. He sent me the CDL intel, and I sent the Seattle search one.
Yeah, I sent the CDL into one because I have the noties on.
Yeah. Oh my. So the team is Illy, Arcides Hook, and Abuza, and their coach is Rambo Ray. So
Rambo Ray.
yeah, wasn't he the old optic coach that they didn't
Yeah.
like? Yeah, they didn't like him.
Yeah, because he went bowling all the time.
Yeah. So I mean that's gonna be an interesting team.
Let's hope they roll the strike with this team. Probably
Yeah,
not.
probably. Ha ha ha.
I'm
Good
worried.
joke. Um, yeah, this
I'm
is
worried.
a.
I think a lot of people are worried.
I think so too. I mean, just an interesting. I mean, like you
It's just the
said,
main thing, like, if they would have gotten a second sub, I think this team wouldn't be half bad. But the problem is, Abuza's an AR on a team that already has two good ARs. Like, so if this game, if they luck up and MW3 is somehow a 3 AR game, then they might be pretty good.
if
But
not, they're
if
gonna have
it's
to
a
make
2
a.
sub 2 AR game, they might be screwed because no doubt they'll put Abuza on the sub because Illy and RCDs are definitely playing
Oh yeah.
AR. So they'll no doubt have to put Abuza on the sub,
I wonder
and
if
I just don't think that'll work.
I have a quick inquiry. Ilya was the one that had like the hand issue, right? When he was on
Yeah,
Optic. Is that still an issue? And is it that gonna play
apparently
into?
not.
Did he get like surgery or something?
I think he got like surgery and he's like changed how he holds the controller. I
Okay.
guess in the effort to like not have that happen
Okay. Okay.
again.
I was just wondering because I don't. Sometimes my memory's kind of weird, but whatever.
Oh, he's been doing fine as far as I know. He's been playing a bunch of like throwback tournaments and
Oh.
winning them,
Okay. Okay.
which he always does that. Like every year, he's like the best throwback tournament player.
Well, that's good. So yeah, I don't know. That was really actually. I would like to commend them for that announcement as someone who is very into
That's probably the best announcement that's
yeah,
been done so far, to
yeah,
be honest.
and
I would put them and like them, Thieves, and Optic Texas are probably the top three
yeah.
for announcements.
But that was just I wasn't expecting that out of Seattle Surge, I'm not gonna lie. Um, but
That was a really good announcement.
I'm thoroughly impressed. Thoroughly impressed. As someone who's into film myself, like I've taken classes on like editing and I've done a lot of research on it. I just it's like one of my passions, you know? Like I almost went to
Yeah.
film school type passions. Um but no, it was really good.
The only downside I would say to it is the fact that they didn't have the players there, but
Yeah,
I assume they just haven't gotten everybody together to
that's
do it.
yeah, that's probably sounds about right. I did like they did the wanted posters though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty lit. I like that.
Yeah.
It was a good like compensation for the players not actually being there.
Yeah. I like how they had the guys like they all looked the same. Like same hairstyle. Could have been the
Yeah,
same guy, but I don't know.
I don't know. I'm worried about that team. I just don't think I don't I don't think they'll play up to their potential because I don't think they have the right like pieces for that team.
It's true. They're probably gonna make a roster change pretty quickly.
I
Um,
would expect a roster change before Major 3, and no doubt what'll probably happen is they'll put a booze on the sub that won't play well, and they'll find an actual sub.
fair enough.
I hate it for a Booza because apparently that guy's actually really good, but like you can't expect an AR, a guy who's played AR the whole time in challengers to play a sub. Like
Yeah,
I just don't think that would work unless that guy was more of like a flex style AR. Maybe that would work. But that's like Scrappy was a main AR in challengers. It's like what if Toronto picked him up and expected him to play the sub? Like he probably would have been nearly as good as he was.
yeah. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, maybe he'll get picked up by another team. And like after the first like major or something, you know what I mean? Like after, like the first set of like big roster changes, he'll get
Yeah,
picked up.
I just feel like what's gonna happen is depending on how they play, the first like one or two big roster changes, like if somebody gets rid of their sub player, Surge will try to snatch them up.
Yeah. We'll see. Like moving kind of like in the same area of things. I didn't get to play the MW3 beta. Well, I did get to watch quite a bit of it. Um, what are your thoughts? Like just give me like the rundown of like just kind of like everything of like what you thought about when you were playing this past weekend and the
Well,
weekend
again,
before.
one of the real surprises to me was how little the game crashed. I
Well, that's
know it
good.
was varying between people because of obviously like the equipment they're playing on or like connection or whatever. But at least on my PC with my situation, my game only crashed once the whole
Oh, sick.
the whole time.
Yeah,
It only
usually
crashed once. I lagged out of games a couple times on the first day, but after that, that was never a problem.
Well, usually, like beta's pretty they're a little
Dude, betas
funky.
are usually way worse than that. Like the
Yeah.
MW2 beta, like I was crashing. I probably crashed like 15 times the first
Oh my.
day.
That sounds awful. Um
Like
I mean,
it was bad.
I saw some like, like I like some people were kind of saying it's a I don't know. I haven't really played it myself, so I can't really form my own opinions yet. I'll definitely be playing I know I said I wasn't gonna play the game, but after watching it and like seeing it and like there's zombies, there's war mode. I love war mode. It's like my favorite.
Dude, War from World
Oh,
War II is like that was like my
oh.
favorite thing to play in that game.
Yeah, me too. And I'm like, I want like we're
I
okay.
really hope it's good. I want it to be good so bad.
I know that this isn't like a common opinion, but like World War II is one of my favorite gods.
It was one of mine too. Like I know a lot of people talk about how it was like pre-overhaul, like when the game was actually not that great.
Mm,
But like when they overhauled it and redid the divisions and like basically made the entire game better. Like they basically did like a MW2 to MW3 in the middle of World War II.
yeah,
Is what they did. Like they had like an original version of the game that people were like, yeah, it's just not that great. And then they overhauled it and made everything better, did everything we wanted, and then we loved it.
yeah. I that was one of the games that like there are very few Call of Duty games that I play after their year that they're like in. I guess you could say like their year of play, and that's one of them. Black Ops 4 is one of them. Black Ops 2 is one of them. Cold War Zombies is one of them.
Oh yeah, Cold War was good too.
Modern Warfare, I played a little bit. Not a lot
I
though.
think Cold War is the best COD we've had in this era.
Yeah. But I don't know, I I haven't like seen much from it, but like knowing what war mode entailed in World War II, I that's enough for me to get the game because if I just play war mode all the time, that I'm chilling with that. Still grind the guns, have a good time, put out some tips and tricks videos or whatever. And that's what matters to me.
I just hope they support it because that's the bad thing about it is there's only one war map at launch, and I just have like a weird feeling that like they're either only gonna put like one more map in for war, or like I just have a feeling that like obviously 6v6 is probably gonna get a lot of love since it's Sledgehammer, which is great.
Hmm.
But I have a feeling they might prioritize ground war over the actual war mode.
They might, and the thing is like, I feel like if the mode does well off the bat, they might put a little
I
bit
just hope it
more into
does.
it. Because listen, if I need to
I
play
wish we would have
that,
got to play it in the beta.
yeah,
Is the only thing, because we got to play War in the World War II beta, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is actually a really good
yeah.
mode."
Well, I mean, if I feel like if people remember it from World War II, I mean, it was a brand new type of mode at like during World War II, so I feel like the people that
Yeah,
played it then will
that was something that had
remember.
never been done before.
Yeah, and
The way it was done,
yeah, I really did. I really liked that because
I loved
you could
War
like
so much.
rebuild walls and you had like special
Apparently, that's in this
objectives.
game. Apparently, you can do stuff like that. I think.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I know there's like tanks and stuff in this war mode. Like it's like a bigger version of the old war mode, but like
It was a pretty small map, if I remember correctly.
well, it depended on the map because
Yeah,
I remember like
the
I remember
beaches
like
one was
Operation Breakout was like a pretty I wouldn't say it was a small map, but there were a lot of like really tight areas.
yeah.
But like uh
The
the
trenches.
D-Day map
Yeah, that one
was
was
like
huge,
huge. That map was
especially
massive.
especially like the first part of it where you're like on the beach trying to like get in or
Oh
like
yeah. Because you not only had, and I know they did this to make it harder for the other team to get in. Because if they only gave you the other 6 people, you'd be able to get in there super easy. But there was also bots at the bottom shooting at you, so that was like you had to go through them and the other players.
yeah,
Um,
I really liked on defense because I would sit I would get an LMG and I would sit in one of the windows and I would just mow them
you and me played
down.
that map so much different.
Oh, I would sit there and I'd mow them
I would go
down.
down to that bottom area where there's that little like
Oh yeah,
outpost at
yeah,
the bottom,
yeah.
and I was just sitting there
No,
and just shoot them as they were trying to go up to the ladders.
I would play so ratty. It was ridiculous. I'd set down like claymores and shit, and then sit up there with because this was like what World War Two. I
World War
was
Two,
like,
you were like 14,
yeah. Wait, how many years ago was World War Two?
2018.
2018. 2018. Yeah, I was 14. No, it wasn't 2018. It was 2017 and
Well,
2018.
it came out in
Yeah,
2017.
yeah. So I was 14, and it was my first COD since.
That was the first COD I got to play online. My internet was so bad I couldn't really play pubs consistently until that game.
Oh shit. Yeah, cause what like before that was like Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3. I didn't wasn't a
Yeah, that
fan.
was like the first game after all the jetpacks, which honestly like it's hard to say if that was a good decision or not because it's like I feel like it was too far of a jump, but it also wasn't a bad game.
No.
Like I feel like it was too far of a jump because it's like, oh, we went from super futuristic flying around the map to freaking World War II.
1940s
Like
freaking. But
we literally in the case of every one of the jetpack games, we went back over 100 years.
mhm, literally. One thing, other thing that I do want to say about World War II that I will commend the fuck out of that game for is the campaign.
I never played the campaign.
The campaign, the amount of like, cause like World War II, it's like Holocaust, and there was a lot of like,
Yeah.
it was very like
I heard the campaign was good.
it's a very heavy topic. It's one of my like it's not my favorite time in history, but it's my favorite time in history to learn about because it just fascinates me so much. Like I have so many books from like World War II, um, and the story mode. It was so good. It was so good. I just like the research that they did and how respectful they were. Like
Yeah.
of the victims and the survivors of the Holocaust. It was
I
just
will say the thing I can probably commend Sledgehammer the most about in that game, which Infinity Ward did this with MWR, but I think Sledgehammer did it better with World War II, is they made it the easiest it has ever been in the entire time that they were in the game to get supply drops. It actually
That's
made it
true.
to where it was like almost not even like that good to like pay for supply drops because there were so many ways you could earn them and
Yeah.
you could get so many every day.
Well, like my thing was you could just like log on and you got your like points and then you would
Oh
get
yeah, you got
supply
your armory
drops.
credits. Yeah, the armory credits were big too
Yeah,
because
because then you
they
could buy
gave
them.
you like a currency to buy the stuff without having to use supply drops.
Yeah. Or
But it
like,
also encouraged you to play the game and get supply drops because if you got duplicates, they scrap the duplicates for armory credits.
yep. And the thing is like you could do like the daily challenges, there's weekly challenges, and you
There were
could get
contracts
there, yeah, the
for supply
contracts.
drops.
That was what I was talking about, like the challenges, the
Well, they had
contracts.
daily challenges and weekly challenges too, but the contracts were timed.
Yeah. Or like they were not timed. Like you would get like what, 3,000 kills with an SMG or something. I
Those
don't
were
know.
like the dailies and weeklies. The contracts were
Yeah.
always timed. It was varying. It'd be around like an hour or 2 hours, but it'd be like capture 10 flags or like get 55 kills with SMGs, and they give you like an hour to do that.
Yeah.
But like the daily and weekly challenges were good too because actually like later in the game, they actually made it to where you could get DLC guns from daily and weekly
Yep.
challenges, which was fantastic. Um, but yeah, if you it basically like all that stuff incentivizes you to grind the game. Because the more you play, the more supply drops you got. The more supply drops you got, the more chances you got at duplicates. The more duplicates you got, the more armory credits you got. And the more armory credits you got, the more items you could get from the collections. And they made all the DLC guns into collections, so you essentially never had to pay for anything if you just wanted to grind the game.
Yeah. Which was like, I don't know, that was like very you could
It was
also get
very
like
good.
you could also get like I don't know.
They
I
definitely did supply drops the best
yeah.
out of any of the games.
I think I like supply drops a little bit better than the battle pass because for people that like myself who can't always play all the time and then you miss out on certain things like with the supply drops. I mean, the special event supply drops, but like you can like continually get those same uh like emblems and camos and stuff like that, and you don't have to just grind for like 2 weeks on a battle pass to get it done and then go back to like doing whatever else. Because I play a lot of different games, right? Like I don't know, I play like right now I'm playing Minecraft, Valorant, and like freaking COD when it comes out, XDefiant when it comes out. That's 4 different games that I'm like stretching myself across. And then
And they're
freaking
all gonna have battle passes.
I know. And then freaking over winter break, I'm gonna do the season 2 of the Rust, which was a series I did a couple years ago.
Yeah, and Rust is going to be hard enough for you because you're going to have to sink a whole lot of time into that just to get anywhere.
Well, the thing is like I'm gonna grind it for like a week, right? Because like the servers reset like after a certain point, so I want to grind it for a week. Get get enough footage to complete like a season of the Rust. Because the first season was only like 3 episodes. Um, because what I did was I would play and then I would edit the episode, then I upload it, and then I would play. What I'm gonna do now, what I'm doing now is like I'm bulk recording, um, which is great, but my editing program won't work, so now I just have to keep bulk recording because I
Um,
can't edit anything right now. So I feel like if
great.
I just keep recording shit, then by the time I figure out how to do my Premiere and fix it to where I can edit again and it doesn't crash, then I can just like bulk upload and then I'm set
Yeah,
for uploading. Because like with school and stuff like that, like I have exams, I have work, I have like risks, like I I
yep.
have so many things that like I'm like that I have to do. So, but I want to create.
That's gonna be the thing about me like grinding XDefiant COD is because like I have I'm gonna have like I'm gonna have streaming to do, which is really not that bad anyways. That's not a whole lot of a problem. But then it's gonna be like I'll be playing XDefiant. I'll be trying to play some COD. I'll be trying to do YouTube videos maybe on both, maybe just XDefiant. I don't know. Like
Do both.
I'll have Erica. Like I got a lot. I'll have a lot that I'll be doing. My days will be probably filled
Okay,
once those two games are out.
I have a tip for you that all the big like streamers do is recycle your content, like do your videos during your stream and then just
Dude, yeah,
like
that's true. Yeah, I can
either
record videos
record
during
it
stream.
through OBS while you're streaming or go back through and like section it out and like download it that way.
That's what I see people like Courage do. Like I feel like
Mm,
every time I go into Courage's stream, I'm watching him full screen to do an intro and then play
yeah.
a game.
Yeah, and then the editor just like clips it out and he's fucking, cuz like that's what I'm doing this weekend is spoiler alert for those of you that are going to watch my stream Saturday. And if you're not, well then you can watch the video. I'm going to do a pistols only Valorant match where I just like run pistols the entire time. See how it goes. It's either going to go really it's probably going to go really bad, but hopefully it goes really well. And then make a video out of it. So, recycling content. It's as long as you like put in the effort and you can't just like take the raw footage and like upload it to YouTube because that's not gonna work. You have to like actually edit it, but I don't know.
Hey, if I make COD YouTube videos, does that mean I'm recycling content that's already recycled?
I guess so. I guess so. Cause I mean like the thing is like with YouTube, right? A lot of people just like copy and paste ideas, right? I like to copy paste but like change the font. You know what I mean? Like change it up a little bit so it's not the same exact thing,
Gotta
but
add a little
yeah,
pizzazz.
add your own little flair to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not just do the same thing and like just do it like couple like literally some people will recreate videos pretty much almost word for word.
Well, you see, good artists copy, but great artists steal.
Yeah. Um it's like cuz all like you look at like famous like painters and stuff like that. They
Yeah.
a lot of their work it's not it's their own take on someone else's work for the most part. Like
Well, you look at like if you want to look at it like you look at it like with artists and music. That's why people do remixes.
mhm. Or like you they pull like sound clips from other or like
Oh
beats from
yeah,
like
they
other
sample
songs.
too.
They sample, that's what the word I was looking for. They sample from other songs and then use that to like go forward and make their own music. Like there's a lot of like famous songs that are like sampled from other songs.
See,
Like
that's the thing about like me liking rap so much is like rap does that the most.
yeah. Like
Is
for
where that people
example,
sample all the time.
like um hold on, let me pull up Spotify real quick. So like Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot, right?
Yeah.
Wait. And then like Anaconda by like Nicki Minaj. She like pretty much took that song but like put in her own verses, like added herself into that song,
Yeah.
right? Like stuff like that. It's adding your own take onto certain things cuz like it's the no one wants to hear the same perspective over and over and over again unless like they're trying to prove themselves in like an argument, you know?
Yeah.
But like if you're consuming content, right? Like you're like, "Oh, I want to know like I want to watch something else like this, but not this exact thing." So like you're like the another one thing that I'm seeing a lot of on Minecraft YouTube because like I'm, getting back to my Minecraft YouTube channel, so I've been doing some research on what's good in the community right now. And it's
Yeah.
100 days hardcore is really really big right now. And one thing I've noticed is that everybody does something different with their worlds. Then there's like the spins off of that, like 100 days on a raft, 100 days hardcore on Skyblock, like the one I'm
Yeah.
doing right now. I don't want to say it because I don't think I've seen it. I haven't seen it yet. Okay, the one I'm doing right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. I don't want someone else to do. I don't want anyone else to do it. So yeah.
It's okay. They'll only see this on YouTube in like 2 months. You'll be done with it by then.
That's fair. It will be definitely uploaded by then. Anyway, but like there's like 100 days random layer chunk every day. So like each day you mine down one more like layer. There's 100 layers, and then the last like underneath that, the 100th day is an end portal. Like that's the challenge.
Yeah.
So you have to like prepare yourself for the end in 100 days. So, you know,
I've seen people prepare themselves for the end in like 10 minutes. So
yeah, I know. That's not me though. I actually have never beat the Ender Dragon by myself.
I've never even been there.
I have beat it with my cousin because my cousin and I we used to play Minecraft all the time. Like we played every day after school. Me and my cousin Tyler. We in my old YouTube videos when I was going by Minecraft Monkey 23 instead of Tonage Scorp. He was Minecraft Buddy 23, and we would make all like I'll have to do like I'll have to do like a video or like a stream or something of me like going through my old videos and like reacting to them now because I was funny story. My cousin's voice was higher pitched than mine. Mine was.
That doesn't surprise me.
So we were both like, I don't know, it was like 2017. So we were like 13, 12, like, and we'd play like freaking. I have like a Scorpion Evo class setup from freaking Black Ops 2 on there. Dude, these videos.
You probably had like a red dot on that thing or something.
Bro, it's so bad. But it's not even the fact that like the class itself is bad. It's the video quality is so, and my voice is so
Oh,
cringe.
I could have told you that. I could have told you that from the 240p vlogs.
Dude, it's worse than that. It's worse than that. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick, actually. It's worse. You wouldn't think it would be worse, but it's worse. Is it this? It's this. Is it this account? I think it's this account. Hold on. It's so bad.
God.
It's so bad. But it's hilarious. So, you could take it with a grain of salt, I guess. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let me find. This is the new house, 2015. Okay. Maybe I'll find
2015.
Yeah, this is a long time ago. Yeah, Black Ops 2 Scorpion Evo class setup video. Hold on, let me just pull this bad boy up.
It's me, Minecraft Monkey here today, and again I'm playing some Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and another game. No, it's not gameplay. It's a class setup video. So, maybe you guys were kind of wondering, like, what my class is, why I use my class, and all that jazz. So I'm gonna pick up the camera today, and I'm gonna come up close, and I'm gonna show you what I've got. So, I've got the Scorpion Evo with that's level max.
I knew you had a red dot
on
I told
Prestige 1.
It's a freaking red mat. It's a reflex sight in a bass mag. This is my ultimate class that I had to do a video on. But this is like in Black Ops 2 where you only had like 10 slots. Bruh.
Yeah, but you used it on red dot and fast mag.
I did. do you hear my freaking voice in this? Like,
yeah.
Oh, this was 8 years ago. July.
What perks are you
7th.
even running?
I don't even
I've got
know.
Reflex Sight, Fast Mag. I've got Ghost, Lightweight, Scavenger, Toughness, Dexterity, Perk 2 Greed,
at least you had
Perk
good
1
perks.
Greed.
Yeah, I do.
And yeah, it takes up all 10 bars.
Yeah.
At least you had good perks.
I did have good perks.
At least you knew to run Ghost.
Yeah. Oh, I ran Ghost because I don't like people seeing me, you know. But this was like, dude,
You had good perks.
I did have good perks. I was chilling with that one. It's another
Gun
video.
could use some work, but the perks were
Yeah,
good.
fucking gameplay. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 gameplay number 3. We were literally talking about this the other day. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 birthday bash number 2, birthday bash number 1. Call of Duty class setup challenge. What does that mean? Tone, what is this?
What are you
It's
using?
20.
Hello,
It's 20 minutes long.
everybody, it's me, Minecraft Monkey here today, and I'm gonna be playing some more Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and this time I'm joined by a friend, my Minecraft buddy at 23. I'm joined with him today. We'll be doing a class challenge that we created. I didn't get any feedback from you guys, so I just created this and be like, okay, so we can do this together. So we're gonna use the same gun, same class setup as each other, and we're gonna use it. We're gonna do 2 team deathmatch matches. So yeah, so I'm gonna show you the class real quick. So the class setup is the Remington with fast mag and laser sight. And perk 1 is lightweight, perk 2 is toughness,
Oh my god, I
perk
thought
3
you
is
said
dexterity,
you put a
and
red
then
dot
the
on
tactical,
there.
we
There
have
ain't no
2
way you put a red
concussion,
dot on
and
a
that's it.
shotgun.
So we have to use that. Can't use anything else. So
That class is
Tyler,
not that
should
bad
we
either.
customize any
Yeah, it's not that bad. Dude.
You actually kind of knew what you were doing.
I know. It's surprising, but I did kind of know that. I mean, I've played this game every day, dude. Like I was grinding this game. I would watch YouTube videos on it. Like this Call of Duty is my life, bro. This was,
I love Black Ops 2 so much.
dude. These videos are okay. I can't go down this rabbit hole. Not today. We'll do it in the stream or something. I don't know. Bruh. Anyway, moving on. Halo World Championships for this weekend. Faze took home the win. We had the tale as old as time, Faze versus Optic in the grand finals. Optic took a pretty good lead 2-0. But then so the way
Faze won 8 straight maps.
yeah, so the way that Halo works is the team that comes up from losers finals has to beat the team from winners finals in 2 sets, like in 2 brackets. Like there's a bracket reset essentially. So
that's how it should be in COD.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
That's how it used to be done, and that's how it should be done.
It just gives like the team that stayed in the winners brackets an advantage over the other team. Just because of the fact that they
only
won.
have to win 1 series. That's all they gotta do.
Yep. And I mean, it's like a reward for winning all those other matches. Like they did not lose once, so that reward.
Well, and it makes it almost gives them a reset, because it's like everybody talks about how like the losers team just played, so they're gonna be hot when they go into grand finals. Well, yeah, they could be hot and win the first series, but that gives the winners team a chance to like play.
Warm up,
and then the next series they might get smoked.
it allows like them to like warm up. You know what I mean? Like if they're like a little. If they're a little rusty for not playing because they were winning so much, you know.
Yeah.
But so anyway, so FaZe took home the win, against Optic.
FaZe got it done.
FaZe did get it do. They did do it. I mean, Optic was the favorite to win going into this, mainly because they won last year. They were dominant all season. Hashtag green
I'd say
wall.
the 3 best teams were Optic, Space Station, and FaZe, but I think FaZe was the least like. Yeah, they were a top 3 team. They were definitely like one of the favorites, but I don't think anybody expected them to be the ones that won.
I think everyone was expecting like a Optic versus Space Station grand finals, and
the way Space Station got knocked out was insane. They literally went up 2-0 against Optic, like had them pinned.
Yeah, and then literally Optic
swept them. And then they went down to losers to play FaZe, and FaZe 3-0'd them. They lost 6 straight maps.
That's unlucky. Well, I think Optic took out all their gas on that Space Station map because then they got reverse swept by FaZe. So even worse, in an even worse manner. But I mean, it's looking up for FaZe, I guess. Winning an event. I know there's stocks and Scott Snakebite on there. I think his name is
Snakebite, Frosty. Eco and Bound, I think, is the
There
team.
there are some pretty good players. I mean, I know.
I mean, Eco and Bound are from C9, and Snakebite and Frosty were from Sentinels, so that's a good combo
Yeah.
of teams.
Yeah. So it's looking good for Faze. I mean, they haven't had a win in esports like that big in a while, and their stuff's kind of hitting the fan right now. Um, there's some.
Phase's roster is Frosty, Snakebite, Renegade, and Royal too. That's a good roster.
Yeah.
That is
Well,
a good
I
roster.
I just remember. So you know how I said we should do like a watch party of Vision.
Yeah.
I've been doing my own watch party of me watching Vision, and it's just too good to not.
Dude, watching Optic Halo when they were in the trenches like that, like,
Oh my god! And like Snakebite was on. There was like one team that they just like I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but there's one team that just like always won, and Snakebite was on that team. I did not.
that was when CLG, because they had Snakebite, Frosty, Royal, 2, and Lethal.
Oh, so pretty much almost the same squad they have right now.
The same squad that went to Optic Halo, because Optic Halo bought them out, and then went to Sentinels. And I mean, they're split up now, but
Yeah.
that's basically that squad rode together from 2016 to last year.
Damn. What am I trying to? Okay, so I did not know this until I saw it on Twitter. Freaking Lottie from who did the CDL the first like in MW19. Her and Snakebite are like a couple, and I was just like,
Yeah, and she does Halo.
yeah. I was just like kind of like thrown off. I was just like pop off. I guess like I didn't realize that like they were a thing, but like she was like making a joke. She was like trying to hint at the fact that she wants him to propose to her. So in the post, I know that because I know these things. I know these things.
Now let's get that 4th ring.
Yeah. Now let's get that 4th ring.
Yo.
Yeah, dude, I have one ring and it's my engagement ring. Actually, I have two because Riss and I
I
got
have no rings. I'm sad.
Riss and I got anniversary bands when we were in San Diego. To mark being engaged
Dude,
for a
that's
year.
a good idea.
Yeah, so they kind of like fit. There was
Stack
this.
up the anniversary bands.
Yeah, well, mine's a double band, like so it's like two.
Oh.
And then because usually wedding bands go underneath the ring and anniversary bands go above, so we got them in San Diego for like two reasons. Well, it's gonna be a 2-year anniversary in like a couple weeks, and a couple weeks prior was our 1 year of being engaged. So when we saw these rings and we're like, what if we got like our wedding bands? And then we're like, I don't know if I really want any of these as my wedding band, you know? None of them really fit like the below the ring aspect. But we found ones that fit above the ring, and so Riss was like, well, why don't we get anniversary bands? I was like, amazing idea. Let's do it. And it was like it was like a flea market type deal. So it was a bunch of like it was like a like small business vendor. So support small businesses, aka denial, aka denial. Anyway, enough self promo there. But I don't know, man. I'm just Halo. It's a great game to watch, and I think I saw this after the World Championships. Halo's like average player base is the highest it's been in like a long time.
Dude, it made me
want to
play Halo.
It was like 10,000 like average like people online. And that's like the most it's been online in like forever.
Dude, it seriously made me want to play Halo. Like,
it's just such a good thing to watch. Like, and from what I heard,
the viewer retention is really good on that game too.
Oh yeah, it's always
like
so
I feel
intense.
like somebody who had never seen Halo could probably pick up on it pretty quick.
Oh, most definitely. And it's one of those things. It's just like it's just very like clean. And I mean, it may not be the best like game to play, but it's a great game to watch.
It made me want to play it. I don't have anybody to play with, or I'd play it, but like, man,
I could play it with you. I could play it with you. I'd probably suck.
be so down to play it with
but I don't know, man.
I would be. We could just run pubs. I'd be so down.
Yeah, all right. Let me check my schedule on that one.
I'll just have to reinstall it and like
Me too. Update it.
relearn how to play it.
Yeah,
I
literally.
literally have not played Halo in like 2 years.
I haven't played it since you made me download it when it first came out.
Halo Infinite, like it's a. I wouldn't say it's the best game, but it's a good game.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely a fun Halo.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, moving on. XDefiant, still no news on any release date. I did hear though that the rumored October 28th date of release could be not a release date but another playtest session date.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
I would expect if that is happening, not only would I expect that to come up next week, I expect them to update us next week probably on it. Even though there was been no release date and they've ended up delaying it, it seems like Mark always says something every like 1 to 2 weeks, and it's already been a week since he said it. So
I've seen some tweets by him, and apparently, he has some like personal issues going, like personal things going on, and he's been traveling a lot for that, so he hasn't been in the mix as much as he'd like to be. So maybe that's playing a role.
Yeah,
cause
he has that, and he also said that like I saw this tweet last week when somebody was asking about it. He replied to him. Apparently, the game is ready. They're just trying to find a good window to launch.
That's fair.
Now, when that's gonna be, like it could be next week. It could be around the time COD launches. It could be after COD launches. It could be 2024. Who knows?
I think they should wait. I mean, I wish they would release it now, but like
I think they should either drop it now or wait till 2024.
Yeah, cause I heard someone talk about this the other day, and I'm like, oh, that's a really good point. I don't remember who it was, or I'd credit them, but so like pretty much like if they release now, they're gonna be competing with all the other games that are releasing in the fourth quarter of the year. That like Black Friday and that use like Black Friday and Christmas to capitalize. Like Call of Duty, for example.
Yeah.
And if they wait until 2024, they don't. It's a free game. They don't need to capitalize on that. You know what I mean? Like they don't need to like people are gonna get the game. It's free.
You know what they could do though? I don't know if they would do this because I don't think I don't know if any other games have done this, but it would be cool if for Black Friday, even though they're a free-to-play game, if they already had a bunch of skins in the store, if they severely marked them down for Black Friday.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That could get them some serious sales.
Oh yeah. But if they wait till 2024 to release, then everyone's gonna come down from that initial grind of all the games that they got for Christmas. They'll be like, oh, I'm kind of getting bored. Let me take a break and go play something else. And then there's XDefiant, sitting nice and pretty, laying down on the beach in like a bikini. You know what I'm saying? Ready for people to play.
Yeah.
Did you like my analogy?
Kids will be getting tired of that game by then.
Oh yeah. Did you like my analogy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that could go a lot of different places, especially with me. I would do some stuff for XDefiant, but yeah.
I know you would. You would do a lot for XDefiant. It's like, the saying, $20 is $20.
Yeah, that's how I feel about XDefiant.
Deception's saying is XDefiant is XDefiant, okay?
I feel like Wyatt would say the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll keep you guys posted. The more we know, and I'm very excited to play the game.
I saw XDefiant hanging on the beach. I'd be like, why don't you come back to my hotel tonight?
Yeah, come back. So the October 28th is a Saturday. So if there is playtest session, I will be grinding it, personally speaking, because I'm
gonna play every second of it like I did last time.
He
said there would be more before launch, so I would imagine they might do another one just to test and see if the game's better.
Well, the thing is I might be playing it, I might not, because I took one of my friends from home, she's coming up to school because she doesn't go to college, but she wants to know what it's like to party at college, so we hypothetically might be going out and partying on Halloween. So I say hypothetically because why would I go party?
That makes no sense.
Yeah. So I might be
Well,
playing
Halloween's a Tuesday, so I doubt there'll be a playtest session then.
No, like Halloween weekend is what it's called. That's when all the partying for Halloween takes place because like classes aren't on Halloween. So like everyone parties the weekend before Halloween or the weekend after, depending on when Halloween is. So that's why
I
it's
would
called.
imagine we'll hear something and you'll have enough time to be like, yeah, I want to go party, or yeah, I want to play XDefiant.
That's true. That's fair.
He'll probably say something like,
Well,
if
because
we
like
do have a playtest session or something, or even if there's a release date, he'll probably say something like later this week or early next week.
the thing is like the partying really doesn't start until like midnight. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how we roll here. Um,
Yeah.
so pregame at like 10. So like as long as it's before then, like I'm chilling. Hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically. That's like hypothetically, I would do a lot of things for XDefiant.
I don't think there's any hypothetical about it. I'm hypothetically because I'm 20 years old. So, hypothetically. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
You, on the other hand, don't need to be hypothetical about X Defiant. We all know. There's no hypothetical about it.
I need it.
I know you need it.
I need it bad.
Given that was gonna be kind of like off. That was gonna be like a little. Anyway.
You had to say that off stream.
Yeah. Anyway. TwitchCon is this weekend. A lot of people are going. I'm not.
I've never been to TwitchCon.
I've
I
never
don't know
been
if
to
I
TwitchCon.
ever will go.
I might go eventually. I feel like that's like just one. Maybe when I'm like a big Twitch streamer
Just one.
and like they like, I can meet a bunch of people. But I've never been. I don't know. I thought I'd just bring it up. There's a bunch of different events
I would
going
go
on.
if XDefiant was there.
I know you would. XDefiant sitting at the entrance with a ticket to TwitchCon for good old with Deception's name on it. He's all in.
Oh.
I don't know. I guess there's really not much to talk about with TwitchCon. I just thought I'd bring it up. I did have another topic that I wanted to talk about, but it's more of a climbed together one. But we are like an hour in.
Dude, there's one thing we haven't even talked about yet.
What?
The deal is done.
Oh.
Microsoft now owns Activision.
That's true. And they aren't doing any exclusives for Xbox. They're not going to force you to buy an Xbox or incline you to buy
Phil
one.
Spencer said.
That's what he said. So,
he also
which is
said that this week, he was visiting King, which are the people that do like Candy Crush and stuff. But next week he's going to Activision and Blizzard, and he's going to meet with all the devs. He literally said, like, I'll find it and see what he actually said. He literally was talking about how he's gonna go.
I think you sent me a DM of it.
He said that he's visiting King this week, and he's at Activision. He's going to Activision and Blizzard next week. He says he's going to start the process of sitting down with all the development teams, understand future games, and ask each team their passion and what they want to work on.
Period. I see some potential. I see some good things coming.
I think we could see some kind of minor changes with MW3. Like, if skill-based matchmaking changes, I could see that happening. Whether it's before MW3 comes out or sometime during MW3, I could see that happening. But like major stuff, I think we'll probably have to wait till Treyarch's game next year.
Oh yeah.
But I definitely think there is a good chance we see some serious changes going into Treyarch's game.
So here's where my confusion is, okay? With Call of Duty, right? Didn't they say that they were gonna release bi-yearly, not
They never explicitly said that, but that's what we all thought.
Well, I'm glad they didn't because MW2 sucked, but I'm just like, I thought that's what was gonna go on.
I've heard from leakers, and I would not be opposed to this, especially if we get good games. But if we get another Infinity War game, I'm not playing that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Like, if Infinity War drops another game that's like MW2, I'm not playing it. I'll play the
Fair.
open beta to try it, because that's what the beta is for, is for you to try the game. But if it's anything like MW2, not buying it. Nope.
All right.
I'll take that year and go play XDefiant or Treyarch's game or whatever. But anyways, I've heard from leakers that what might be the plan moving forward. Obviously, this will depend on Microsoft. Microsoft might do something different now. But the plan moving forward with at least the next few years of COD, the next like couple years, is since Infinity War did MW2, and then Sledgehammer came in and sort of updated on MW2 and made MW3. What Treyarch is going to do is they're going to drop a game in 2024. Probably
Okay.
going to be the Gulf War version of Cold War.
Okay.
But then Raven is going to come and drop a game in 2025 that's going to be like an updated version of Treyarch's game, but with Black Ops 2 remastered maps.
Ooh.
And like basically the same system as what Sledgehammer's doing with MW3.
I really like Black Ops 2, so I'm on board with that. That's my favorite COD of all time. I feel like that's a lot of people's favorite COD of all time, so I feel like that would be really successful for them, personally speaking.
I mean, with as much success as they've seen with them putting MW2 maps on MW3, I think it's like a no-brainer.
Yeah. Cool.
Like
I
I feel like with them seeing this much success with MW2 maps and MW3, they probably already had that idea, and now they're looking at it and they're like, okay, yeah, we're probably gonna do this.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Personally speaking, I need to close this out because I need to go to the bathroom. There's no sense just going to the bathroom now since we're so close to the end. Might as well just call it. The topic that I wanted to talk about, those Climb Together, we'll just move it to next week. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Climb Together podcast. If you did enjoy, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, do all the things. If you're seeing this on YouTube in February, January is when it's probably gonna come out. Probably. Thank you. And we'll probably have officially been caught up.
We'll probably be either about to play or deep into XDefiant by then.
Yeah, it depends on when they release it. So, because the way it's looking, by episode 57, we should be caught up.
Right. That sounds fantastic.
Because, taking the week off for, Christmas, taking the week off for Thanksgiving. Depending on what day is Christmas. Hold on.
Well, Thanksgiving is always a Thursday.
Well, I know that, but like Christmas
is on a Monday, so the podcast would probably go on the 27th. We might be able to do the podcast.
We actually might be, so
that week.
I don't know. I did it, so like I didn't do. So we might be caught up by the 58th episode. Actually, no.
We probably can't do a podcast on the Thanksgiving week, but I think we might be able to get one in.
The 57th or the 58th episode of the podcast, we should be caught up. Probably
Not bad.
Maybe the 59th. I don't know.
Dude,
somewhere.
My birthday's on a Friday this year.
Before the 60s, before the episode of the 60 variety, we'll be caught up. So
that should be fine.
That's just like, as for those of you listening, and
yeah,
we'll see if that actually, because like so once a week I have in my planner to do 5 podcasts and upload them. So like, because like I'm to the end of October done, like we're all good.
No.
Yeah, and then next week I'm doing to the end of November, or like midway through November, and then like the week after that, all the way to the end of November. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure like, follow, subscribe, share the podcast if you did enjoy. We appreciate you guys. We will see you guys next week. We stream podcast live every Wednesday at 12 p.m. EST on the twitch.tv/toners_scorp, twitch.tv/deception276. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Peace. Deception, say bye.
Bye.